In this video, we'll be starting to work with the filter function, a powerful function in Excel, which allows us to return values from a range or table based on conditions that we specify, like over a certain amount or equal to a certain value. Are you ready? Let's get going.
Hello, and welcome to this video where we'll be getting started using the filter function in Excel. We have a list of some of the top restaurants in the country, as created by AI. We'll be using this list to start filtering using the filter function. Now, the way that many people are used to filtering is with the drop-down menu. So we'll start by clicking on that, and we're going to go and under the Data tab, select the filter, and let's say we wanted to see the Thai restaurant. So we're going to change our cuisine type to Thai. We get our drop-down, and we select Thai. And while this meets our basic needs, there are definitely cases where we're going to want to do a lot more with our filtering. So we're going to clear this filter. We're going to remove the auto filter, and we're going to start working with the filter function. Let's go into cell F2. We're going to start our formula equals and type in filter. And well, first thing we're going to want to pick is what are we planning to filter? In this case, it's all the data that we have. So A1 to D1 down to D49. What we're going to want to be able to do here is to filter where our cuisine type is Thai. So let's pick the column that we want to filter. So let's pick column B, go from the top down to the bottom, and say equal to, and in quotes, we'll say Thai. Let's end that bracket. And there we go. We have a list from that table of everything where the restaurant cuisine is Thai. But you will notice that the cuisine type is not there. Let's try a second example where, let's say we want to filter on numbers. We want to filter for restaurants where the rating is over 4.5. So let's use the same kind of formula. We're going to filter. We're going to select our table. And instead of column B, we're picking column C now. Column C. And we're going to say greater than 4.5. Now, what you'll notice here that's a little different is that our header here in cell H7 is actually showing. And the reason for that is because in the filter formula that we picked, the words rating out of 5 is actually bigger than 4.5. It's a weird way of thinking about it, but that's the way that they deal with things that are non-numbers. Some of these non-numbers are much bigger than 4.5. If we looked at it, say, the other way, let's copy this formula, and we'll copy it down to here. But instead of using greater than 4.5, let's use less than 4.5. And you'll notice we have all of our restaurants here that are under 4.5, but we've actually now lost that header row because the header itself is actually less than 4.5. So it's a bit of a nuance when you're dealing with this particular filter formula. Another way that you can deal with this is, instead of dealing with it in ranges, you can deal with it in tables. And this is where it becomes a little bit more intuitive than using the ranges that we're dealing with. So we're going to take this data set, we'll click anywhere on it, and we'll go Control T for a table. And there's our data. Our data has headers. Yes, it does. So now we've converted this to a table. So let's repeat that first query where we've actually looked into Thai, but let's use it with a table instead. Now this, we're going to say filter, and we didn't rename it to anything, so it's just going to be called table 1. But and our include here is the table 1 field, and that is the square brackets. We want our cuisine type is equal to Thai. So quite a bit more intuitive. We still don't have that header on there. But also here, another thing worth noticing is, let's say we repeat the query where we were dealing with the numbers. So let's go and say, okay, we're going to filter on our table. And the table that we're looking to find, the field that we're looking for is the rating out of 5. And we're going to say greater than 4.5. Now you'll notice the big difference now when we're dealing with the table side as opposed to dealing with the range side is it has actually now dropped that header. Because when you're dealing with a table, it actually ignores the headers. So this is really a good starting point for the filter function. The next video that we'll be looking at, we're going to be looking at a few more advanced things that you can do with the filter function, such as if you have more than one condition, ands and ors, and taking a little bit deeper dive into what filter actually does. So thank you for showing up.
Did you like this video? If you did, throw the video a like. And please comment below if there's more Excel goodness on a specific topic or formula that you'd like to see in the future. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.